everybody, welcome back to Ozark Mountain Goats. I am back in the kitchen and I'm going to be making some Mexican caramel sauce today. It's called Cajeta. C-A-J-E-T-A, I think is how you spell it. Anyway, I probably didn't pronounce it right, but it's a delicious caramel sauce, and we are getting lots and lots of goat milk from our doughs. And so we've made hard cheese, we've made chev, we've made a couple batches of ice cream. I made my first batch of this caramel sauce last weekend, and I've pretty much single-handedly eaten the whole batch by myself. So I'm going to make some more so that I can feed my addiction, and I think I'm going to quadruple the batch. I don't know if that's going to affect the outcome. I sure hope not, but it's like a 2-hour process, and so I thought, well, the way I'm eating it and going through it, plus the fact that it takes so much time, it's so labor intensive, that I think I'll just try quadrupling the batch. So it's going to take, instead of 6 cups, it's going to take 1.5 gallons of goat milk. And there's only 2 other ingredients beside that. It's just sugar and baking soda. So let's get started, and I'll meet you over at the stove. So a single batch of caramel sauce calls for 6 cups of milk. And because I'm quadrupling it, I've got 1.5 gallons. And you might wonder why I'm using such a large pot. Because of the baking soda, it tends to bubble up and want to foam over. So you want to make sure you've got lots of room in your pot that you're working with. Anyway, a single batch is 6 cups of milk, 1.5 cups of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda mixed in about a tablespoon of water. So I've got my 1.5 gallons of milk in here, and by quadrupling the sugar, I need to add 6 cups. So I'm going to do that now. The baking soda doesn't come till a little later. So what you're going to do is just mix this up real well and bring it to a simmer. You want to cook your milk and sugar mixture over medium heat and bring that temperature up gradually to prevent scorching. Now this has taken quite a while because that 1.5 gallons was ice cold. Okay, I've finally reached a simmer, so I'm going to shut this off and add the baking soda. As I mentioned, this will foam up and bubble up very easily, so you want to add this gradually and stir gently. Look at that foam. Now I didn't even put in that much. Again, that's why you want a big pot, and give yourself plenty of headspace. So I've got this at a simmer, and I'm just going to let this cook for maybe 30 minutes or so, stirring every now and then we'll check back and see how it's doing. It's been 30 minutes, and as you can see, it's getting a tan color and starting to get a little bit thicker. So I am going to give this another 30 minutes and check back and see how it's doing. "30 minutes has passed, and you can see that it's really getting a nice caramel color. I'm going to go ahead and set the timer for another maybe 20 minutes or so and check it again. but it is getting closer. Hopefully not too much longer. It's been another 30 minutes, so we are an hour and a half in, and this is how it's looking. Getting a really nice caramel color, but it's not quite ready yet. I told you it was labor intensive, but so worth it. But I don't stand and stir the whole time. I have been able to get a couple things done. I cut 2 batches of soap that I made a couple of days ago, oatmeal, milk, and honey, and they're just gorgeous. I'm loving my soap making. And also I'm keeping a close eye on the monitors out in the barn because Lily, my little baby, was due yesterday, and she still hasn't gone into labor yet, so I'm keeping a close eye on her. But anyway, I'm going to set another 20-30 minutes on the clock, and we'll come back. Okay, I think I got this where I want it, so I'm going to shut the heat off and just let it cool until it's cool enough that I can safely jar it up. I don't use a candy thermometer or anything, but I did do the cold water test where you put a little bit in cold water, and if it balls up, then it's at the consistency that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to let this cool a little bit now, and then I'll get it in some jars. Well, my battery's about dead, so I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. But altogether, the cook time was right at about 2 hours for me. Anyway, this is what's left of what I made a week ago. So you can see that the struggle is real. I really like this stuff, and it is great on ice cream. So if you have the opportunity to work with some goat milk and try making some Mexican caramel sauce, I would highly recommend it. It's really great stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure and hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And as always, we'll catch you later.